So Tanny went out and came back with the shops with all of these chilies. Now, they cost us approximately 60p for all of those. What am I going to do with them? Hey guys. It is afternoon. And Tanny came back from the shop the other day and he brought back with him a shed ton of chilies that had all been reduced. And what would have cost us probably £3, £4, £5, somewhere between £4 and £5, actually cost him about 70p. Yay! We like wins like this. It means that we can stock up the store cupboards. Now, right now, because normally I will dry my own chilies and I'll make my own chili flakes and I'll do all of that. But right now I have a big coffee jar full of chili flakes. I also have one that is full of bird's eye chilies that are already been dried. I do not see the point drying these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some cowboy candy. I've been looking up some recipes on Pinterest and I've had a look at a couple of videos. It's pretty simple, but I'm going to change the recipe a little bit to make it mine. I'm not sure about just putting 1 cup of vinegar in with no water with 3 cups of sugar. To me, that seems like you're just going to end up with treacle. And I don't want to do that. So I'm going to, whatever I put in, I'm going to put in half the water that I do the vinegar. So I'm going to be using 2 cups of vinegar, but I'm also going to put in a cup of water. And if it needs to evaporate down a bit, I'm good with that. I don't mind that at all. I'd rather do it that way, evaporate it off slowly, get it all done, and then I know that it's worked for me. Okay, so we'll give it a crack and see what happens. Okay. Okay, now I don't have celery seeds, so I've got cumin seeds. I'm going to use those. Quite a lot of the recipe is called for turmeric, so I'm going to use some of that. It also called for garlic powder. I've got garlic salt, that will do. I've got my sugar, I've got my chilies. Okay, so what we have to start off with is chopping these chilies. Now apparently the best way is to have them 1/4 of an inch pieces. Now 1/4 of an inch is about 1/2 centimetre, which seems reasonable to me. Now just be really careful when it comes to the end. You don't have to get that bit if you don't want to. Now I'm going to get these all chopped up, and I am going to put the seeds in because it's nearly all sugar. I'm good with having the seeds in there. I like my seedy bits. So yeah, so we're going to do that, and I'll get these all chopped up and we can get on with the next bit. Okay, so we got all our chilies are chopped up, so we're going to start putting the things in that we need to. And we're going to start off with our vinegar, which we're going to put in 2 cups of vinegar. It's apple cider vinegar it is. I use the organic stuff with the mother in it because it's better for you than the other stuff. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put in 1 cup of water. Ooh! Okay. Ooh. There we are. Awesome. And the next thing we need is our 3 cups of sugar. Now I've just got plain, ordinary granulated sugar for this. 1, 2. I need to open up another packet. Give me a sec. Oof. Right. And what we're waiting for is for that to come to the boil, so the sugar dissolves, and we've got our pickling liquid. So we've got 1 more One more sugar. Here we go. Just gonna get that a whoosh out because why waste it, right? Okay. Here we go. So now we're just waiting for that to come to the boil. Whew. Okay, and while we're doing that, we can add our flavours. So I'm going to add half a teaspoon of cumin seeds. I'm going to put in half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Oh, that just disappeared. And I'm also going to put in half a teaspoon of turmeric, ground turmeric. Oof. There we go. Well done. It's pretty easy, hey? We got this. I mean, we know what we're doing. Kinda, sorta. Right. Alright, so what we need is our little doodaddy. We're going to give that a bit of a stir and get that sugar going. Okay. It should only take a couple of minutes because we want all of that to melt before we put our chilies in there. So give it a good stir. Stirry, stir, stir. We got this. We know what we're doing. Now, the original recipe actually calls for celery seeds. Like I said, I don't have any of those. I've only got cumin seeds, so, you know, but it'll still give you that earthy kind of flavour that celery does, so I have no problem with that. And we'll come back when it starts to boil because it might be a bit shy and not like people watching it, okay? See what happens when you don't look, okay? Remember that saying, watch pot now for boils? It's because they're shy, okay? Don't like you people watching them. Okay, so now we're going to add our chilies in there. Ta-da. I'm going to wait till that comes back to the boil. Oh, just so smexy colours in there. Look at them smexy colours. That's smexy, man. That's the smexy colours. I'll wait for that to come back to the boil. And we're going to turn it back down a bit and then we're going to let it simmer. It shouldn't take so long to come to the boil. In fact, it's kind of going, hello, I'm bubbling. Okay. There we go. Here it goes. Look, look, look. It doesn't take long, does it? Seriously, this stuff does not take long. That's awesome. Right, so this is where I'm going to turn it down to a medium. So it keeps doing its thing. And I'm going to come back in about 10 minutes and see how we're going from there. So we're back after 10 minutes. Closer to 15 minutes, I think. And we're starting to get a lot of bubbling, which is showing me that there's a lot of... very much taking the water off it. And we've got a lot of sugar syrup. Sugar vinegar pickle syrup there, and these are kind of looking nicely done. Look at those sexy colours. Oh my god. Right, let's get a jar. Okay, so we had a bit of an issue just then where I seem to have lost maybe part of that, but here we go. So there we've got all our chili Cowboy Candy is all in its jar with its syrup. Apparently the syrup can be used for dressings and cooking and stuff like that, which seems like a really good idea to me. I like that idea because I use the things like the oil out of sun-dried tomato jars and stuff like that for dressings, so You know, that sounds like a good plan. We cannot touch those now for 2 weeks at least. Hey, but they'll be ready for Christmas. I'm good with that. Right, I'm gonna go now, guys. If you guys, I've put the recipe for this underneath in the description. So if you have enjoyed this video, you got something out of it, you used it or whatever, give us a bit of a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the little bell icon so you know when our videos come up, because, you know, then you'll get to see when they come up. Ta-da! Okay, guys, I will see you guys another time, and I will go and put these away in the pantry where it's safe.